sights of the Las Vegas skyline here tonight at City National. A player to watch for the Skating Rebels. It's the goaltender, Vinny Benedetto. He's coming off back-to-back shutouts, and if the Rebels get a win tonight, it comes from the man between the pipes. We spoke to Greener yesterday. He said his confidence is peaking at the right time. For now, let's send it over to Bo Kennedy Rinkside. Bo, what do you got?
I'm joined here with the Johnson twins, Max and Alec. Boys, thanks for taking the time. Maxie, last home game in the Scarlet and Gray. What are the vibes?
Just enjoy the moment, have fun with these boys, you know, cherish this moment for sure. Last time gonna be with this group, boys, and just go out here and have some fun.
Right on. And Al, how do we make sure we carry over our good habits into nationals?
I'd say just stick to our identity, play the right way, you know, do the simple things right, get pucks deep, and I think we'll be fine.
Awesome. All right, boys, and lastly, congrats on a great career. Good luck post-grad. Go get them tonight.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Back to you, boys.
Thank you for that, Bo. Thank you for that, AJ. And thank you all for joining us for one final time here on the UNLV Skating Rebels YouTube channel. Senior night is upon us. The Colorado Buffaloes and the UNLV Skating Rebels going head-to-head one more time tonight on a Saturday night. As always, on the call is myself, Dominic Lavoie, joined by Ryan Gilder. And Gildy, as the final seconds tick off here on this senior night, we made it to the end of another year.
We made it to the end of the year, but also, Dom, congratulations on being a senior. Only a couple months away from graduating.
You, almost there. Feel a little old. What
are your thoughts going into graduation, Dom?
Kind of crazy. The 4 years went by really fast. And just thinking back to 2020, I was a completely different person graduating high school and going into college. And now I feel like the 4 years at UNLV have really made me a better man, a better broadcaster, a better reporter. And I'm just looking forward to the next chapter.
I think the last thing I thought exiting high school as a baseball player was that I would be a hockey broadcaster in the ACHA, but we all have our own pathways where we find our careers, Dom.
Definitely guilty. I didn't think I was going to be in broadcast just a few years ago. I thought I was going to be in print, and this school has given me a lot, and it's given me the outlet to be speaking to you guys, watching the broadcast right now, whether it's live or after the game is over. And it's also given both of us an outlet, Gildy, to connect with the parents, as we've spoken to plenty of them pregame for the seniors, to just really make them feel like they're right here at City National Arena.
Yeah, and thank you guys so much for coming over to the booth and telling you guys about the support that you guys have for us, because it means a lot for us, because we're doing as much as we can to give your kids a platform and also to give you guys some entertaining hockey to watch and some entertaining commentary. So I'm blessed to be a part of this broadcast, and I love doing it with you, Dom.
I share that sentiment, Gildy. As the UNLV Skating Rebels take the ice for the final time in this season here at City National Arena, we're going to step away for the senior night presentations coming up shortly. See you in UNLV coming right up.
Fans, we'd like to thank all of you in attendance for your support of the UNLV Rebel Hockey Program and its 2024 senior class. These young men are the epitome of what being a rebel is all about. They have put their heart and souls into making this team, university, and community a place future rebels can be proud of. With one Final Four and a record of 63, 17, and 4 over the last 4 seasons, there's no doubt their legacy will live on well past their time in Las Vegas. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the video board as we honor our seniors.
My experience here at UNLV has been nothing short of awesome, and pretty honored to say that I was able to go to UNLV and put on the Rebel jersey.
Being a Rebel is something special to me, and I take pride in it. Each year they take another step, growing the program. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do for the next few more years.
It's a world-class organization, from the coaches, the supporting people we have around our facilities, to the rink, to our fans, to our donors.
Just seeing my own personal growth as well as the growth of my teammates. Seeing everyone come in and seeing new faces, meeting new friends has been the best experience.
The amount of friends and family that I've made here between players, fans, as well as the coaches has been really unbelievable, and just so thankful to be able to be a part of this organization.
We've all created amazing bonds that will last, forever.
It's been a fast 4 years. I mean, this goes by so quick.
My favorite memory as a skating Rebel would be probably Chicago, my first year here. I think the team really came together well and played our game. Probably when I scored the game winner against Arizona. The game was tied 2-2, and I got the third goal there and hit a little gritty.
My favorite memory, of course, would be just being on the road with the guys.
My favorite memory as a skating Rebel is probably the friendships I've made over the years, and being able to play here in the city of Las Vegas is pretty cool, and it's a hockey town now, so it's been a lot of fun.
My junior year, I tore my hamstring off my pelvic bone, and in nationals, that was really hard for me, but coaches allowed me to take notes and give them some pointers during nationals, and we made Final Four that year.
There's so many memories to think of. Our midnight game in Liberty, Max was fighting one of the Alberts brothers. That was pretty great. My freshman year, Kane Toriumi ended up hopping off the bench and fighting a goalie. That was pretty crazy. I always think of is when we won the Chicago tournament, which was pretty special.
Sophomore year, we went on a 16-game win streak, and knowing every game we're going to come in and win, and nothing was really stopping us during that streak, carrying that into nationals and making a good run for it there, and 1 goal away from the national championship.
I was a forward, and then I went in. We had some injuries on defense, and I told coach that I could play defense, but I didn't actually have too much experience. But he trusted me, let me play some games, and playing in the semifinal to go to the national championship was a blast.
My junior year, when we played Liberty at their home rink in their midnight game, scored a goal during that game, and just to be able to be in that atmosphere of 4,000 fans booing you, to be able to come out and pull out a win, really band together as a team was really cool to be a part of.
In the Chicago tournament, where we took on the top 4 teams in the country, and we really had no idea what our team was made of up until that weekend. We really showed what we can do. Went into the national tournament ranked number 4. It's the first time in program history, and it meant a lot to us, but we didn't finish the job. This is the season. We're here to take over and try to finish the job.
Thank you, fans, for all your support. We couldn't have a college hockey team without you guys.
To the UNLV fans, to the greatest fans in the league, your support has been our greatest source of strength.
Thank you so much for all of your support. You guys every night have been packing the barn.
Thank you for your support all year. We couldn't thank you guys enough.
Thank you for always being there for us when we needed it most.
Thank you for bringing the energy day in and day out.
You guys are the best fans in the ACHA. Can't wait to be a part of you guys and help root on these skating Rebels.
I mean, we're just getting closer and closer to a national championship.
Being here for 5 years now, seeing the way the program's grown.
When I came in, we were struggling to be in the top 20, top 15 team. Now we're fighting for top 4 every year.
This year, we have some really good young guys. I think this is our team to do it this year, so let's go win nationals.
At this time, we'd like to introduce to you our senior class, one last time. This senior has spent 4 years with the program while recording a 25-5-3 record, having a 2.52 goals against and a .909 save percentage to go along with 3 shutouts. He's been a staple in the community and mentored young goalies along the way. He will be graduating in May with a degree in business marketing. Hailing from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, Vinny Benedetto! Vinny is joined on the ice by mother Lisa and father Ben, along with sister Carmela. been with the program for 4 years and quickly became known as a stand-up energy killer. He has been the ultimate teammate and always willing to put the team before himself. During UNLV's upset of #1 ranked Minot State in November, he played crucial minutes for the Rebels in the 3-0 win. Graduating with a 3.7 GPA in hospitality from Olathe, Kansas, please put your hands together for Grant Smith! Grant is joined here today with his father, Sean Smith. This senior transferred to UNLV 3 years ago from St. Scholastica College and made an immediate impact on transforming the culture and the community here in Las Vegas. During his UNLV career, he has appeared in 49 games and registered 12 goals, 9 assists for 21 points. His veteran presence and the energy he brings on the ice and in the locker room is second to none. Graduating in May with a 3.7 GPA and a degree in hospitality from Rinkside, Minnesota, Jaden Jaden is joined here today with his mother, Janine, and father, Darren. Our fourth senior has been with UNLV for the past 3 years. After transferring from Adrian College, appearing in 84 games, he has accumulated 32 points, including a career high of 4 points versus San Diego State in 2023. His physical presence, grit, and toughness helped lead the Rebels to the first Final Four in program history in 2022. Graduating this May with a business marketing degree and having a 3.4 GPA from Dexter, Michigan, Luke Bird! Luke is joined on the ice with mom Sherry and father Fred. Our next senior hails from Anaheim, California. It has been with UNLV since 2020, appearing in 70 games while tallying 16 goals and 16 assists. He will go down as one of the greatest penalty killers in program history, while notching 4 shorthanded goals. He will be graduating with a 3.75 GPA in hospitality with a concentration on restaurant management. Let's welcome Michael Badusa! Michael is joined here today, along with his brothers Paul and Danny. And of course, his mother, Vera, is with us in spirit. Our next student athlete has spent 5 years in a Rebel uniform while playing in 75 games with 8 goals and 14 assists. He is the epitome of toughness and earned the team's 2022-23 Comeback Player of the Year award. In 2021, he suffered a near career-ending injury, but through hard work and discipline, he recovered to help lead the Rebels past Grand Valley State in the first round of the ACHA National Tournament in 2023. He will graduate with a 3.65 GPA and a degree in mechanical engineering. From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, please welcome Daniel Fisher! On the ice, joining Daniel tonight is his mother Janice, father Dave, fiancee Marlena, and daughter Penelope. This senior student athlete has spent the past 5 seasons at UNLV and ranks 8th all-time in assists for defensemen at 38. Along with a top 5 ranking all-time in games played for defensemen with 107. In 2023, he had a career-high 3 assists to help sweep the Arizona Wildcats. He has been a constant leader in the locker room and on the ice, averaging a 3.1 GPA in his tenure. He will be graduating in May with a degree in hospitality from Brookfield, Wisconsin, Jake Berry. Jake is joined on the ice with father Fred, mother Kristen, and sister Brittany. Our agency will be known as one of the program's greatest Ironmen. With 118 games played in a Rebel uniform, he's 9th all-time in games played while registering 29 goals, 42 assists for 71 points. He had a career high in points in 2022 versus ASU with 2 goals and 3 assists to sweep the Sun Devils on all ice. His presence and energy will be missed not only on the ice and on the campus. From Davie, Florida, graduating with a 3.2 GPA and a degree in finance and minor in business management. Let's hear it for Nick Wagner! Nick is joined by his father Jamie, sister Janelle, and grandmother Lise. Our next senior and current leading goal scorer officially set the record this season for most goals ever in a Rebel jersey at the ACHA D1 level. With 50 while tallying 84 points in 83 games throughout his career, he leads the team in multi-goal games with 5, including notching a hat trick versus Arizona State on January 19, 2024. He will graduate in May with a degree in hospitality management from Maple Grove, Minnesota, Matt Johnson. certainly not least, is this year's captain, hailing from Maple Grove, Minnesota. He is fourth all-time in points scored by a defenseman with 84 points, and first all-time in goals by a defenseman with 26. He was unanimously voted by his peers and coaching staff to lead the Rebels this season and set the standard for what it means to be a Rebel. He will be graduating alongside his brother with a 3.4 GPA and a degree in hospitality. Let's get loud for your captain, Alex! Alan and Max are joined on the ice by Mother Julie, Father Scott, and Grandma Jay. One more time for your senior class, UNLV Skating Rebels! Starting at the forward position, number 9, Mark Corby. Number 23, Max Cassette. Number 91, Evan Trunco. Defense, number 4, Luke Costello. Also number 18, Caleb Cole. In goal tonight for the Buffaloes, number 33, Matt Server. The head coach of the Buffaloes is Chris Devlin. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please stand as we honor the seniors from Canada by the singing of Old Canada. Here's the performance is Father Chris Sanders, James Sanders.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, to make you love in all thy songs command. Through glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh
police officer and Desert Storm vet. Please welcome Gary Pregame.
There you have it. Opening ceremonies on this senior night. All packed up away, nice and tidy. And we're going to go through the starters very quickly here. We're going to start up for UNLV. Grant Smith, Jaden Ness, and Daniel Fisher, the forwards. Alec Johnson and Jake Berry, the defenseman. Vinny Benedetto in between the pipes. For Colorado, the Buffaloes, Mark Borghi, the left winger, an ever deadly player over on the wing for CU. On the center, Max Pensionik. Had some action last night, was mixing things up aplenty. On the wing, Adam Trunco. Adam Trunco, 25 points this season for the Buffaloes. Looking again on the score sheet here tonight. Luke Gosnell on the blue line for Colorado, as well as Caleb Gold. Caleb Gold was mixing it up as well last night with Alec Johnson, the captain, and in between the pipes, Matt Server. Matt Server getting his first start this weekend. Liam O'Gwen was a starter last night. Matt Server donning the retro-looking black and gold Vaughn pads. Coyote, as the players get dialed in and going here, it's the last game of the year.
Yeah, so Max Pensionik here right now is the number one point leader for Colorado with 33 points. But last night, Drew McConaughey did a really good job gaining some opportunities. Watch out for those two tonight in this matchup.
Pensionik and Fisher dig in, and we're underway for the final time here at City National Arena. Gets knifed on by Fisher, but Mark Borghi picks it up on the left wing. He'll send that one rink wide, tried to get Trunco just out of his reach. And CU Boulder goes to work in their offensive zone. Jaden Ness picks up the loose puck to the center for Smith. Smith chips that one into the zone. He and Ness will get changed up. Gosnell up ice. Pensionik, rink wide. He hit Trunco. Trunco driving that shooting one off a pad. That gets kicked away. Bradley Gallant at center, touches that one to his defenseman, Rob McCollum. Now Matias Dalmonte gets touched into the zone by Caleb Strong. No icing. Server's out to play it, plays it up. Strong cuts it off. Caleb Strong to the slot. Max Johnson to McCollum. One hand shooting one, blocked in front. Johnson picks it up. Now Dalmonte at the point, skates the line. Takes ace of the half wall, shoots one, blocker save, loose puck out in front. Caleb Strong puts that one wide of the goal mouth. Bradley Gallant dances away from pressure from Pearson, but turns the puck over. Rosalenko chips that one around Dalmonte. Now Batuzov up the right wing. Time and space, driving that. Batuzov shooting one, skies that one over the net. Burke with a pickpocket, beats Flanders. Batuzov touches it on, shoots one. Flanders misses the net. Batuzov gets wrestled to the wall by Pearson. Flanders is into support. He gets hit hard by Ferguson. Luke Burke can't play that one through. Flanders soccers that along for Burke. Burke from the half wall, plays it off for Quinn. Now Jackson Wyatt cuts outside. Wyatt looking, shooting one, blocked away by Kidde. Jackson Wyatt on the forecheck. Taking it into the slot, drops it off, and shoots one through traffic. Save made Server. That's in his paraphernalia. He'll hold for the first whistle of the night just over 2 minutes in.
Yeah, Server didn't know where the puck was. It was a very dangerous opportunity with Flanders right there at the crease. But if you look in the stands, you might see some fish.
The fish
waving
signs,
around.
yeah, right in front of our broadcast camera, about third row up from the glass. So keep your eyes peeled for that one in the crowd every time Daniel Fisher is out there on the ice. UNLV wins the offensive zone draw. There's Alec Johnson, the captain. Down low for Sithopoulos. Had a goal last night. Feeds it rink wide just through the wickets. Cole Wyatt. Barry, another senior, touches that one on. Wyatt reverses ice down low for Strong. Now here's Caleb Strong looking from the hash marks. Takes it for a skate. Strong for Sithopoulos at the dot. Up top, Barry shooting one in traffic. Blocked in front, picked up by Strong. Turns one on. Sink, shoulder save by Server. Server didn't look like he knew where that puck was at and relied on his instincts to get back in position, and that paid dividends. Now here's UNLV pressing the attack once again. Cole Wyatt moving on in, shooting one off the mask of Server. Jaden Ness hopping on that loose puck, taking it down low. Ness feeds it out to the slot, loose puck in the blue paint. Server finds it and holds for a whistle. Good effort from Ness straight off the bench, Gildy, to take that puck down low and try and play it low to the slot.
A lot of good offense by UNLV, but also give credit to where credit's due with Colorado on the defensive side of the ice. After the first 15 minutes of the first period of game number 1, they look like on defense they're a lot more in tune than they were yesterday.
The Buffaloes gave up 4 goals in the opening frame last night and stonewalled the Skating Rebels for the last 40 minutes of the game. Liam O'Gwen stopping a bunch of shots in the second and third period, just couldn't get the offensive support from his guys up front. Speaking to the coaching staff and the players last night post-game as well, they just felt like Colorado got their skating legs underneath them like we thought during the game last night, Gildy. The Buffaloes kind of came to life as the game really drudged on. They also felt the game did get away from them during the middle period. Anthony Vanieri-Greener thought it was one of the worst periods of hockey they played all season. Max Johnson, his shot gets tipped away. Johnson holds a single season record for goals in a Skating Rebel uniform. He's looking to add to his tally this year there.
And we all know that the skating legs, they got a little bit better throughout the game, but UNLV is still a faster and stronger team than Colorado. That's why the coaches were not impressed on how they played in the back end of the game yesterday.
Johnson with a shot, tipped in front by DeMizio. Save made by Server. Here's Joey Carollo up top, shooting one into the corner. DeMizio's on that. DeMizio looking from the half wall, softly plays it to Jackson Wyatt. Wyatt moving on in, cuts outside, shooting one. Sends that one past the net. There's Carollo, pitching it back down low. Bradley Glantz in on that one in the corner. DeMizio digs it free. DeMizio feeds it off the side of the cage. Trunkos plays it softly off the kick plate and out. Sithopoulos recovers in his own end. There's Sithopoulos again, trying to gallop through center, turns that puck over. McConaughey has that goes through his wickets. Here's Joey Carollo again. To the left wing for Strong. Back to the center for Sithopoulos. Feeding one to the net, tipped wide by the stick of Carollo. Now here's McConaughey, one-on-one with Alec Johnson coming the other way. McConaughey cuts inside. Johnson takes him down, and he goes crashing into the goal. The net comes off its moorings. And it looks like everyone's getting up, no worse for wear. Bit of a scary collision just over 5 minutes in, Gildy.
Yeah, that was a lot of speed there from McConaughey over to Benedetto. But normally if there's a crash over there at the crease, there's normally some extracurricular activity after. But I think both teams knew it was pretty incidental there.
It's one of those situations where if you get beat, you're just trying to take the guy out. You obviously don't want to send him into your own netminder, but trying to separate him from the puck or at least make his life a bit harder. Trying to get on that partial break. Hartman sends it up. Kicks off the skate of Luke Burke. Rosalenko plays that one into the zone. Alex Johnson turns it over, fed out in front. McConaughey can't get a shot on goal. Now here's Michael Batuzov up the right wing. Batuzov to center for Flanders. Flanders gets stood up. And a loose puck there. Batuzov runs his man. Flanders down low. Sends it up ice for Del Monte. Now Barry. Barry snapshot through traffic, blocked in front. And McConaughey skies it off the glass to the center ice logo. Batuzov whacks it back. Heck of a shift from Alex Hartman so far with the puck in his own end. Stoppage of play, 13:44 to go. Alex Hartman doubled over right now, Gildy, but it's not like it's undeserved. He's been playing a really long but effective shift so far tonight.
Yeah, he's done a good job so far since entered the game. Had a really good shift, but the only issue now is that he's trying to get off. Had a long shift and just iced it.
Hartman in his own end, scoops it around, takes a bump from Grant Smith, excuse me. Fisher sends one right back into the zone. And Hartman sends it up, tipped by McConaughey. McCollum wires another one right into the glove of Matt Server. He'll hold for a whistle, and CU Boulder can finally get some fresh legs out there.
Yeah, McCollum just tried to take a whack at it at the net. He knows he wished he could have gone in a little bit lower, but shot a little bit high, and Server did a good job making the catch.
Fisher digging in. With Marcinkiewicz. Fisher wins the draw. Shot off the draw from Ness. Goes wide. Now here's Fisher down low. Feeds into the goal mouth. Sticked away by Server. Using the goal stick to disrupt that pass. Del Monte with a drive. Tipped away. Loose puck in front. Ness can't slow it down. He got tied up by Caleb Golden. Now here's Marcinkiewicz coming the other way. Chips that into the zone. Can't get around the defender. Del Monte for Fisher. Del Monte picks up the loose puck once again. Sends it up the right wing for Ness, and Ness is just going to flip that one cross corner and get changed up. Jackson White plays it to the slot. Couldn't get it to Bradley Gallant as the Buffaloes get changed up. Jackson White takes a spill. There's Quinn. The right wing for DeMizio. DeMizio on the left wing for Strong. Strong on the tape for Gallant. Gallant looking from the half wall. Turns away from pressure. Strong at the point. Strong shooting one, tipped wide by Max Johnson. There's Jason DeMizio. Got tied up. There's somebody there. Alec Johnson skating to the bench. And it looks like UNLV is going to be going to the man advantage early. Call's going to be a hook. Waiting to get the number on the player, and it's going to be Blake Blevins going for a hook. And special teams were the name of the game last night, Gildy, but there were no goals on the power play. We're going to see if UNLV can get one tonight.
And the power plays for both teams were not working, but Colorado, you got to give them credit on the PK last night.
Colorado, no secret, they have a WCHL worst PK as Alec Johnson's shots kicked away. They stood tall against a very potent UNLV power play. Alec Johnson, one-time drive, blocked in front by Kidde. Giving up the body. Alec Johnson with the puck once again. He'll survey the ice. Down low, Burke, return pass Johnson. Rink wide, Cole Wyatt. Up top, McCollum shooting one, blocked by his own man, Flanders out in front. That gets sent out. The Buffaloes get a fresh PK unit out just about 40 seconds in. Skating Rebels in their own end. There's Del Monte. Surveying the ice. Jackson White's going to headman this rush. Max Johnson on the left wing. Final minute of the power play for UNLV. Johnson moves in. Shooting one. Blocked in front by Gold. Now here comes Borgie one-on-one with Wyatt. Borgie can't get past the stick of Jackson Wyatt. Loose puck's picked up by Caleb Strong. 45 seconds to go. Bradley Gallant on the tape. Johnson cuts outside. Del Monte for Strong. Up top, Wyatt. Sweeps that one along the ice for Del Monte. Del Monte sends it down low, just out of the reach of the skate for Johnson. That puck goes out to center. A couple of fresh legs coming on for Colorado. Gallant sauces that one over for a strong. Under 20 to go on the UNLV power play. Dalmonte digs it out, plays it up for Wyatt on his backhand, sends it back deep, final 10. Johnson, Dalmonte, sharp angle, looking. Up top, Wyatt with a drive, tipped on in front, it is paraphernalia. Server finds it, and Colorado survives a penalty kill.
Second time that happened tonight, where the puck's kind of slipped in there, but you gotta give credit to Colorado. They're doing a great job on the defensive side and done a great job so far this weekend on the penalty kill. The only issue so far this weekend, I think it's a pretty big issue too, is they're just not producing enough offense, Dom.
Definitely need to get some more shots on goal. If you don't shoot the puck, you can't score. It's a known fact in really any sport. If you don't take a shot or try for it, it's not going to happen. Over halfway through the first. Right in front of the Buffalo's bench, a bit of a mess that dissipates. Jaden Ness whacks that one up for Smith. Smith sends it in. Server stops it up. Hartman rings it around the wall. Cole Wyatt tries to scoop that one back in. Delayed offsides. Dow plays it back for Hartman. Hartman up ice, picked off by Stathopoulos. Now there's Stathopoulos again over the red. Just out of the reach of Caleb Strong. Gets sent off the wall and out. The corner. That gets touched out of the zone. It's sent right back in. It's Grant Robinson. Turnover. The UNLV zone. Fed to the net. Blocked in front. Fed back to the slot. No one could get a stick on it. Now behind the net, there's Jackson Wyatt. There's Wyatt, rink-wide feed for Stathopoulos. Takes a bump from Robinson. Stathopoulos can't play that one down low. Stathopoulos gets ran almost into the bench, almost loses his bucket from Blevins. We'll play on. That pass just out of the reach of Max Johnson. Kidde gains the red, sends that one on net. And played back. There's Gosnell. Up ice. Delayed penalty upcoming, a big-time hit. Gosnell gets demolished by Matias Dalmonte at the red line. It's going to be Matias Dalmonte going for a slash. Or it wasn't Matias Dalmonte, excuse me, Max Johnson.
Now there's an opportunity for Colorado. They really need to take advantage when UNLV makes mistakes because they haven't been able to create a lot of offense on even strength so far tonight. So maybe now, since they have the power play, they could possibly produce something. Or even, this might be an opportunity for UNLV. They're a really good team shorthanded, and Colorado's given up the second most shorthanded goals in the WCHL. UNLV's at number 1, so definitely watch out for that, especially Batuzov, senior night.
Paired up with Bradley Gallant right this second. Spun back down low. McConaughey. Puck gets tipped way up in the air, settled down by Pearson and steered back in. The Buffaloes getting their first look on the man advantage here tonight. A scoreless game. Barry only gets that one as far as the blue line. Set back on it, tipped wide of the net and into the netting. Out in front, that was Max Pensionik.
Really good opportunity there for Colorado, and got to keep on chipping at it. And if they have more opportunities like that, don't be surprised if they're able to find the back of the net.
Face-off coming out to the left of Benedetto, back underway. Just under a minute and a half to go on the Buffaloes' man advantage. Penalty was Max Johnson for a slash. There's Pearson on the near wall. Played down low off the stick of Dalmonte, and now up top. There's McConaughey at the dot. Under pressure from Luke Burke. Burke with a takeaway. Can't chip that one out of the zone, though. Good stick by Kide to keep that in the zone. Puck gets sent out on net for Server. Plays that softly for Kide under a minute to go now on the Buffaloes power play. Play below the goal line. Sent back in by Ferguson. Fed rink wide and below the goal line. Dalmonte picks it off and sends it up. Hops off the stick of Chunko. Here's Stavopoulos one-on-one with Ferguson. Stavopoulos looking, shooting one. Tipped wide by a good active stick from Ferguson. Good shorthanded chance for UNLV. 25 to go on their PK. Stavopoulos lays a bump on Ferguson. Chunko spins that on his backhand up ice. That gets chipped into the zone. Rosalenko with a shot blocked in front. Didn't look like Benedetto saw that one all the way through. Final seconds. And the UNLV PK. Slapped over for Chunko. UNLV back to full strength. Big shot block by Kyle Quinn as the penalty expired. Kyle Quinn in his own end, starting it out. Here's Kyle Quinn. Now Fisher. Fisher looking, shooting one. Tipped way up by the stick of Caleb Gold. We got a whistle, big penalty kill for UNLV in this tie hockey game.
Yeah, after the shot, I saw some of the fishes coming up from the crowd. You know what it kind of reminds me of is back in Michael Patuzov's hometown, Anaheim, California. That's where the Angels play. Mike Trout, they used to give away a little red Trout. Instead of rally fingers, it was at the hat. So you wear Trout hats, and that's what they kind of look like in the crowd right now.
Sonny to make it out to an MLB game.
Never been?
Never been.
Wow.
Never been to a big league game ever. Here's Alec Johnson, tosses it over Wyatt, shooting one. Big glove save by Server. He tried to label that one top corner, far side.
Yeah, Jackson Wyatt there, really good shot there. And last couple of games, he's been, especially home games, he's been getting closer and closer to getting that goal. And last night, I thought he had a good couple opportunities. That was the best opportunity I think he's had so far this weekend.
Jackson White just couldn't get all of that one. There he is with the puck again. Working it over to Alec Johnson. Jackson White with a drive. He scores! Try again. Jackson Wyatt gets robbed on the first one-timer. Makes no mistake on the second one. UNLV strikes first.
I was like, he was getting close, Dom. Literally 10 seconds ago. And then look at Wyatt finding the back of the net. Got a shot that he liked. Found the back of the net. UNLV now up 1-0 on senior night.
Skate Rebels' fifth goal of the weekend. Fifth different goal scorer.
And that's when we'll talk about the dining commons, Dom.
Jackson Wyatt breaking through in the last game of the year. Second-year defenseman. As that puck gets played into the zone. Dalmonte sends that one rink wide. No one home. Collum gets there late. Now there's Dalmonte trying to get a breakout going. McCollum up the right wing. Puck gets tipped nearly into the zone. Broken up. Burke skating, gets cut off by Dow. Now here's Borgie. Off the stick of Chunko. Flanders keeps his own. Tries to feed it rink wide. Can't get it to anyone in a red sweater. Now here's Borgie starting it out again. Borgie sends that cross corner. There's Demizio on the right wing. Demizio pulls up, dances back. Demizio feeds to the slot. Shot by Johnson, misses the net. UNLV trying the low-high plays again. They seem to be paying dividends in terms of opportunities. They just need to finish on at least one. Here's Alec Johnson. Johnson feeding one. Sticks way up into the protective netting by Server. And out of play.
Now this year for Colorado is that they're giving UNLV way too much offensive zone time. I think Colorado, they're playing good on defense. I think the goaltending's been good so far by Server. It just, they haven't been producing enough offensive zone time. And it's going to be very hard to win games when you barely have the puck.
Here's Alec Johnson. Dipping the shoulder, driving there. Johnson shooting one. Shoulder save server. Here's Robinson again. Sends it up. Johnson keeps it at the line. Here's Alec Johnson. Demizio to the slot. Demizio can't dance through traffic, and that puck gets chopped out of the zone. CU Boulder's going to get changed up. Under 3.5 to go. Sperry behind his cage, surveying the ice. Now here's Caleb Strong darting through center. Strong moving on in, shooting one. 6-save server. He'll hold for a whistle, 3:04 to go. And Gildy, it's a tale of the shots as well. UNLV leading in the shot department, 18-5. And that's one of the rare cases where it's a direct reflection of offensive zone time, not necessarily evenness of play, because CU Boulder still looks pretty good tonight. It's more of just who's had the puck more in whoever's offensive zone.
Yeah, UNLV just had dominated so far tonight, the time of possession. And it's really, like I said earlier, it's just so hard to win games when you barely have the puck.
That's something UNLV prides themselves on. They love playing a possession hockey game and wearing you out. They're going to get another offensive zone possession here. Here's Sthopoulos cutting on in, shooting. Walked in front by Gold. Strong dances away from that check. Gets canceled out along the wall. Quinn stops it on his backhand. Now here's Sthopoulos. Down low, Strong. Now Carollo. One-time drive from Quinn, blocked by a shin pad. Looked like that was Gosnell. Fisher laying a hit on Blevins. Carollo, Cole Wyatt. Wyatt turning away from pressure. Now Quinn. Fisher. Can't play through the skates of Gosnell. Gold gloves it down. Plays it for Gosnell once again. Under 2 to go. Icing waved off. There's McCullum off the wall for Jaden Ness. Tips it over to Ferguson. Ferguson wires it off the glass. Down the length of the ice. Icing's waved off once again. 90 seconds to go in the first period. UNLV still leads 1-0. Jackson Wyatt's the goal scorer just minutes ago. Fisher sends it in. Hartman hops on that. Whacks it up the wall. Stopped up by Flanders, keeping the zone. Tried to play it back in, but Farrow stopped it up. Floated back in. Hartman plays that off his chest and sends it further up. Alec Johnson in his own blue line with 60 to go. Here's Burke. Burke on the left wing, shooting one. Shoulder save server. Whacked away by Ferguson out of midair. Ferguson skies that one to center. Bouncing puck, almost settled down. Got a delay penalty upcoming on UNLV. Benedetto stops and holds it up. This looks like it's going to be Jake Berry tripping up Keaton Foy trying to settle down the bouncing puck.
But Ferguson, he should get all the credit there for creating that possession. Really good job getting the puck. Good lob pass going across the ice to draw the penalty ultimately and put Colorado on a man advantage. And if they don't score in the next 42 seconds, they'll carry over to the second period.
Under 40 seconds to go. Here's Bradley Gallant. Gets tripped up himself. The arm raise on the official. He blows the play dead. And, well, Gildy, there goes the CU Boulder power play.
There goes their power play. And that's going to hurt Boulder a lot more than UNLV, even though it is even though it is 4v4 hockey. I think the space will benefit UNLV because they're a faster team. But also, Boulder, they could use any type of offensive zone time that they could get. And that power play really could have given them some offensive zone time. And now it's going to be really tough with 4v4 hockey.
4-on-4 hockey. Minute 48 taking us to the intermission. Here's Jackson Wyatt. Can't dance through traffic. And we got some extracurricular. Max Johnson gets his stick tossed away. That was Max Penchnik going down. So Penchnik's going to be going to the bench while the penalty doors swing open, and Max Johnson's going to be going to the sin bin. So 4-on-3 hockey for about 19.5 seconds.
So now Colorado's back in the man advantage, Dom.
So Colorado wipes their man advantage, taking a tripping penalty with Drew McConaughey. Then Max Johnson takes a penalty himself.
It's almost like it should. This is almost like Valentine's Day, where it's like, oh no, you hang up first. You get a penalty first, and then you get a penalty. Oh no, no, they're both getting penalties. So it's going to be even strength hockey, right, Dom?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like now there's going to be an additional penalty posted on the board.
Well, let's have Jess figure it out here.
Trying to work out the dirty laundry. Still discussing it, but Gildy, if it's 5 on or 4 or 3-on-3, struggling to count.
This is just
It's
a
gonna be a lot of
confusing
fun.
last minute here, because there's also going to be an abbreviated power play for Colorado for about 12 seconds, it looks like. So give me a little bit wacky here to end the first period, that's for sure. But we might have some 3v3 hockey, and that's my favorite kind of hockey.
Looks like we're going to still have
4v3.
4-on-3. So there's someone else. There we go.
So it's
numbers
3v3.
numbers are hard,
Okay.
folks. Numbers are hard. So
I
we
think
got
they're hard
3
for
on 3
everyone here.
So 3-on-3 for a minute 37, and then an abbreviated 12-second power play for UNLV. 4-on-3. And then they wipe the additional Colorado penalty off the board. So now we're going 4-on-3 for Colorado. That looks like that's the official ruling.
So now we're back to 4v3. So, but it is pretty big here for Colorado. The open space now, that does give Colorado a good advantage. They could possibly have some good offensive zone time in the last, 10 seconds here, maybe to get one possession. But a lot of open ice here.
Final few seconds. One last rush for the Buffaloes. Final 3. And the last second ticks off as there's a crash at the boards. But no scoring chances for the Buffaloes as they take a 4-on-3 power play into the break.
Your biggest takeaway going into periods, going into keys, it's normally get one. And that's what Colorado really needs right now, because once they score a goal, that gives them a lot more confidence going into the back end of the series. But then for UNLV, they also want to get some more momentum, don't have only a 1-goal lead. Just like we say, a one-bounce game is not where UNLV wants to be going into the second and third period of this game.
We'll have to wait and see what is going to happen. We're going to step away for a quick break. More senior night hockey coming right up.
second period with only a 1-point lead. We are seeing a lot more puck possession from the Buffaloes tonight. They are making our seniors work for it. I'm tossing it back over to AJ.
Join here with Nick Flanders. Nick, big 4-on-3 for you guys coming up in that period. How do you get through it?
Yeah, I mean, just puck possession is important. We got some dogs that can handle the puck. So as long as we handle the puck and kill the clock, the rest will follow.
Tonight it feels like Colorado's been able to block a lot of shots. How do you guys manage to get through that and adjust to that?
Yeah, just don't put pucks in the shin pads. It's pretty simple. Maybe a little more patience or a little bit quicker maybe, but it won't hold up all game, so just keep shooting and it'll end up in the back of the net.
Senior night for you tonight. What are the emotions like? Final time playing at home at City National. Take me through that.
Yeah, man, it's, I mean, you can tell the crowd, it's pretty crazy. I'm just trying to take in every moment, enjoy the moment, play free, have fun, and enjoy my teammates. Yeah, thank you guys.
Tom and Ryan, it's back to you guys.
Thank you for that, AJ. Thank you for that, Kayla. The team insider getting in on the action here tonight on senior night. Taking a look at the stats through 20. UNLV has the advantage in the shots department, 19-6. No team is connected on the power play yet this weekend, point blank period. Penalty minutes, 8 minutes for UNLV, 6 minutes for the Buffaloes. A key, like we mentioned towards the end of the period, guilty for CU. Get one. UNLV, key like it's been for much of the weekend, is just keep clean.
Yeah, definitely keep clean because if UNLV is able to limit mistakes, it should be a pretty easy road to victory against Colorado because they haven't been able to create a lot of opportunities when it's been UNLV playing clean hockey. But when Colorado, they've had opportunities like on power plays, they've been able to get more opportunities to score. So let's see what happens now because Colorado is going to start off the period with a power play.
A whole mess of penalties at the end of the period, Gildy. And going through them very briefly. Got Max Johnson, 2 minutes for roughing, as well as hooking on top of that, Gildy. And then you got Max Penchnik, 2 minutes for embellishment. We're back underway in the middle frame. If you're just joining us on this senior night, thank you for joining us. If you've stuck with us through the first period, thanks for hanging with us. Here's Borgie shooting one, tipped on net, they score! "14 seconds in, Rapolis Marcevkevich breaks through on the tip-in.
Yeah, Marcinkevich right there. Good job getting that goal for Colorado. It was a one-bounce game going into the second period, and Colorado got the one bounce that they needed to now even it up. And that brings a lot of confidence to the bench and to the offensive side. We're like, okay, we got one. Now we know how to score against UNLV. So big goal there for Colorado. It definitely is going to up them in the confidence side of this one.
And that's one thing sometimes, Gildy, if you're being stonewalled by a goaltender, at that point you just got to start throwing stuff on net, kind of like throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks. And Marcinkevich was out in front, had a good stick, tipped that one through the 5-hole of Vinny Benedetto, ruined his senior night shutout bid. A shot from McCollum gets blocked out in front. That puck gets flipped out. 4-on-4 hockey for 45 seconds. Another shot goes right into the glove of Matt Server. He'll hold for a whistle.
But you got to give credit to the UNLV goaltenders really holding in the fort the last couple of games. They haven't allowed they did not allow a goal for near like 200 minutes.
So a great showing in net by Vinny Benedetto. Like we mentioned, Polis Marcinkevich breaking through for the first time this weekend for the Buffaloes. Here's Strong up top. Strong moving on in, shooting one off the shoulder of Matt Server. We got a stoppage of play. The net coming off its moorings. We'll get back going momentarily. 18:42 left in the middle frame.
But UNLV playing against the Buffaloes, but UNLV football today against the Bulls a little bit. Barry Odom rode a bull today at the South Point. Did you hear about that?
I did. My news station ran a story about that earlier this week. How'd that go for Coach Odom?
He rode the bull.
Do you know how long he lasted?
I don't know that answer, but we had our photographer DJ Cabinlong taking photos for that. He's our photographer, Scarlet Gray. Also got a little bit of a promotion to UNLV Athletics, so shout out to him.
No big deal for DJ. DJ, a great kid at UNLV. Pleasure to work with. As you know, Gildy, met him during the UNLV football season early on. Very skilled photographer. He's even come out and shot some UNLV hockey games over the course of the season. We're wishing him all the best in his new gig with UNLV Athletics, and we're hoping to see him continue his work over the Scarlet and Gray. Here's Matuszak shooting one. Save made server. Both teams back to full strength, 5-on-5 action. Kyle Quinn teeing one up, shooting one directed to the high glass. That puck gets tipped in. There's Quinn for Flanders. Flanders spins down on the backhand. Can't get that through Mark Borgie. Played down low. There's Berry for Flanders. Now Burke. Luke Burke plays to the center after losing the puck. No one home. Now Burke again leaves that for Joey Carollo. That gets sent back in by Trunco off the kick plate for Benedetto, who's going to hold for a whistle. 17:08 remaining now.
Yeah, you can just tell, just from the feel, the vibe in the arena right now, that Colorado, the momentum's starting to shift a little bit their way. They got the goal. They look more confident right now on the ice. It's more of a field thing than just watching it on TV, but you can feel in this arena right now that Colorado, they have a little bit more confidence than earlier.
It also seems as if the life kind of got sucked out of the building, Gildy, when the Buffaloes scored that early goal coming into the second period on the power play, and that was one of the keys we mentioned at the end of the period as well as at the top of the period, at the top of the second. This play is blown dead for an offsides. It's just get one, and there you have it.
It was the get one. It's been get one for the past 3 intermissions for the Buffaloes, but they finally got their key. They finally got their goal. And right now, this period, it's been Colorado getting that goal, and since then it's been pretty evenly played.
And that's one thing we noticed last night was just how well CU played once they came out for the second period. They got their skating legs underneath them. This play's blown dead for an icing. And once they got their skating legs underneath them, they looked like a much different and much cleaner hockey team. And they just let the game get away from them in the first period. And it's a typical road trip thing, Gildy. That's what assistant coach Colin Robbins said post-game is that's what they sort of expected, and that's expected of any road team. You come out in the first period, you don't really play as well because you're still getting your travel legs out from underneath you. You're trying to get your skating legs underneath you. You're feeling out the team. You're a bit groggy from your road trip, what have you. So letting up 4 goals in the first period put them away a bit, and they only gave up 1 in the first, and now they tied the game up early in the second.
That's one benefit that UNLV has from traveling a day before, getting there before the game so that they don't have those road legs, or at least not to the degree of having road legs of traveling on game day.
Another play is frozen. 16-16 on the clock. UNLV still leads in the shot department, 22-6. We're back underway. Off a tape there of Pearson. Dalmonte takes up the loose puck. Down here's DeMizio cutting outside. Jason Mizio driving that, feeds it to the slot, broken up by a Boulder player's stick. McCollum can't feed that one back down. That gets skied out for Rosalenko. Rosalenko gets stapled to the glass by Dalmonte, who separates from a puck. DeMizio up the right wing. Here's McConaughey. McConaughey gains the red and sends it in. Puck hops over the stick of Stathopoulos, but there's Jake Berry. Gain in the zone, shooting one, blocked by Ferguson. McConaughey turns the puck over down low. There's Stathopoulos up top. Strong, point to point for Johnson. Now to Berry. Berry shooting one, knocked down in front. Cole Wyatt corrals. There's Strong up top. Johnson. Johnson can't dance through traffic. Puck gets poked out of the zone. Berry wheels that one up. And now here's Cole Wyatt. Wyatt moving on in. Shooting one. Big pad save. Server back on by Stathopoulos. Another pad save by Matt Server. He'll find that and hold for a whistle. Some six come up. Some chatter. But everyone's going to get separated. What a series of saves there from Matt Server with the black and gold pads.
Yeah, but it wasn't without drawing a penalty there. Looks like Colorado, they're going to get 2 minutes. Sure, they're going to have a short man right now. UNLV, they're going to have the man advantage.
So Colorado's posted 2 minutes. It's going to be Ferguson awaiting the official sentencing. UNLV getting another look on the power play. Looking to connect for the first time on the man advantage this weekend. And it'll be a big goal putting them back ahead. Jackson Wyatt shooting one, blocked out in front. And it's a puck race. Vinny Benedetto comes down, plays it back through, and he gets bumped into by Farrow. And there's a delayed penalty upcoming on the Buffaloes. Wyatt between the legs gets broken up. Skates it through, and Benedetto gets a spray of water from Blevins on the bench. And he gets some pats on the back from the coaching staff. And now their palms are skyward, and Vinny Benedetto still chirping and gets knocked down by the linesman. And the CU bench is loving it. Vinny Benedetto smiling and pointing to the bench, and that's not something that you want to see, Gildy, from your netminder, is to let players get in his head like that, because I could throw him off, but now UNLV has a 5-on-3 power play. Yeah, and UNLV has a chance to.
But if you look at it here, Dom, I think Vinny was pointing at the bench because he's going to say, hey, you guys have an extra man in there because you can only have 3 men out. So I think that Vinny, it might have even been a tactic of a little bit of gamemanship pointing at the bench there.
Charging's a call. That's Fred Farrow. So UNLV 5-on-3 for about another minute and a quarter. Looking to really stick it to the Buffaloes. Here's Max Johnson swinging it point to point. Now on the right side, UNLV still going to work. Up top, Strong. Dalmonte at the top of the circles. They'll skate this one out to the high slot. Dalmonte works to the right side, rank wide. Here's Strong stepping on, shooting one, tipped away. Dalmonte with another chance. Dalmonte steps in, shoots, he scores! Matias Dalmonte quiets down the CU Boulder bench. And UNLV strikes on the power play for the first time this weekend and go back up 2-1.
Well, there's positives for both teams here. Dalmonte gets the goal, and Boulder, they get to bring in one person out of the bench.
So CU Boulder still on the PK for another minute 21, as he mentioned. The Fred Farrow charging penalty on Vinny Benedetto that resulted in some fireworks. Nick Flanders gets sent to his keister by Mark Borghi, the captain for the Buffaloes, looking to inject some life into his team after going down a goal once again.
But also that got the crowd energy going up a little bit after a little bit of a lull to start off the second period. Now the crowd's right back in it.
Now here's Luke Burke, a senior, taking it down low under a minute to go on the UNLV man advantage. Adam Trunko can't work that one to the boards for Mark Borghi. That just skips free into the zone, into the skates of Nick Flanders. Off the skate of Cole Wyatt. Whacks right back in and steered away by the blocker of Benedetto. Blevins works into the slot. Shot there from Foy off the glove of Benedetto. Now here's Luke Burke. Up ice Flanders, under 20 to go. Works outside, Wyatt looking, shooting one. Off the side of the cage, it looks like. 15 to go. There's Blevins. Plays it off the glass and out. Under 5 to go. On the UNLV power play, they're just going to let that one tick off. CU Boulder back to full strength, surrendering 1 goal on the PK. That was Matias Dalmonte. Putting the Rebels back up in this one. Ferguson tries to send it up. That gets cut off by Alec Johnson. McCollum up ice. Smith knocks that one into the zone. There's Ferguson from the goal line, skying that one over the stick of Kyle Quinn. Arm raised, and it's an icing call, and that one a little questionable, and Pearson's letting the linesman know he doesn't really like that one. And the CU Boulder bench doesn't like that call either.
No, Pearson has the right to be upset there because in a long change period, being able to hustle out and beat out an icing and wave it off, that's a really big play to do, and it also can bring out some fresh legs. But looked like Pearson, he did look like he got at least a skate ahead, but the referees disagreed.
A big hit by Alec Johnson at the blue line on Pearson, and the play is blown dead. Max Johnson. Interference is going to be the call. And it looks like Pearson's going to be going as well. And he is. Pearson's going to be sitting for 2. Looks like it's going to be front sportsman. Like Pearson, rough about 20 seconds of game time for him there. He doesn't get the icing race win that he wanted, and then he gets sent straight to the ice by Max Johnson. And then right after, he gets a penalty for his troubles. So we're going to sort out who's going where. And if it all checks out with my mental math, Cody, it should be 4-on-4 hockey again.
It should be 4-on-4 hockey, but also that means that the ice is going to be a little bit more open here. So might see some odd man rushes in the next couple minutes of play.
4-on-4 hockey indeed. We're back underway. Pearson does get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. UNLV going to work in their zone. And now here come the Buffaloes the other way. McConaughey pokes that through, dances outside. McConaughey drops it off. Shot there from out wide. Sticked away by Benedetto. Bradley Gallant now. For Barry. Here's McConaughey. McConaughey moving on in, shooting one. Stick save again by Benedetto. Here's Jackson Wyatt. For DeMizio. DeMizio moves in, shoots one. Off the high glass. 1 minute to go in the 4-on-4 period. That pass from Ferguson just out of the reach of McConaughey, and the play is going to be blown dead for an icing. 54 seconds to go in this 4-on-4 period.
Couple of good opportunities here by both teams on the 4v4. McConaughey for Colorado and DeMizio for UNLV just shot it a little bit high.
Face-off coming out to the right of server. It's going to be Luke Burke taking it against McConaughey. McConaughey wins the draw, and Adam Trunko comes away with possession. Trunko 1-on-4, gets that chopped away from him. Now McCollum to the middle for Batuzov. Batuzov now feeds it to the slot, whacked away from danger. Now there's McCollum in his own blue line over the red and gains his own. Rob McCollum feeds it to the slot, tipped on net, almost Burke whacking at it. His second chance ever got structured out of play, 19 seconds to go in the 4-on-4 period.
Some more good opportunities there for UNLV. And right now they're still up 2-1. It's a 1-goal lead for UNLV, but also that means it's a 1-bounce game still. So Even though the crowd's invested in it, UNLV's in it. One bounce, it could go right back to Colorado, Dom.
Still one bounce game. Colorado can tie this thing up at any moment. And here they come. 10 seconds to go, 4-on-4. Keaton Foy floats it in. And right into the glove of Benedetto, he'll hold on.
And UNLV baseball playing a doubleheader tomorrow. Vinny Benedetto acting like a first baseman there. Getting that little pick, short hop there with the puck. Game today moved to tomorrow due to the wind. Crazy wind out here.
Brutal. Walking into the rink today at Gildy, 70-mile-per-hour gusts. Almost blew away. I came from the NASCAR Xfinity Series race to La Una, where John Hunter Nemechek took home the checkered flag. His second career win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. His first career win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Xfinity Series. Here's strong shooting one, directed aside by Server. But the winds out of the Speedway were equally as bad. Drivers battling all sorts of conditions all day. It's Pennsville 400, drop of the green flag at 12:30 tomorrow on Fox. You have another stoppage of play. That's how I'll be spending my Sunday at Gildy all day at the racetrack. It's going to be a fun one.
Now, if the race was today, the Cup Series race, like we talked a little bit about yesterday how it affects the race, but does it impact the gas at all? Because if there's 70-mile-an-hour gusts pushing at you, wouldn't that take more gas to go around laps or not? What do you think?
Since they are going in a circle, Fred Rink wide, White shooting one, skies that one over the net. Barry plays it back into the zone. We'll get back to the NASCAR talk in a moment, Gildy. Here's Wyatt. Out top, taking it for a skate. Fed to the goal mouth, Server looking for a sprawl out that gets directed away and held up at the point by Alec Johnson. Now Johnson, going on in, shooting one, tipped away once again. Played around the wall to the near side. 8.5 to go, strong in the neutral zone for Barry. And here's Barry moving on in, shooting one. Pad save, Server directed away. Down the near side again. Fisher with a shot, tipped away. Server shoving some guys out in front. We got another stoppage of play. And continuing on about NASCAR Gildy, it cancels out. They are going in an oval. So today, during the Xfinity Series race, they had a headwind. Headwind is what's pushing you, right? Just to make sure I'm correct. A headwind pushing them down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4, giving them an extra about 12 miles per hour of speed going down the back. But that headwind's coming the same way when you're trying to go down the front straightaway. So it's the same.
Yeah.
You're facing the same wind, so it kind of cancels each other out on each end of the track.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the headwind's when it pushes towards you. Tailwind, I think, is when it.
Yeah, we had it flipped.
Forward.
We had it flipped.
But still, so it's like about 10 to 12 mile an hour difference. But also, you're right. You sometimes go forward faster, but also you go back the same amount of speed.
And we got a penalty. Again, Matias Del Monte and Mark Borghi coming together behind the net, and Mark Borghi with a bit of a sell job there. It's no doubt Del Monte went high on the Buffalo's captain, but Borghi definitely sprung back, at least to me, Gildy. Kind of like that Marcus Smart flop clip that went viral a few years ago. He leaps backwards.
Then got a little bit of an update from the Running Rebels. Looks like they're going to take home the victory against San Jose State. San Jose State not looking too good going into the game tonight. UNLV was over 10-point favorites going into it, but they secure, looks like, the victory.
Rebound chance for Borghi, blocked in front, and Carollo sends it out. UNLV on the PK. Here's Jaden Ness on the forecheck. Ness feeds it to the goal mouth into the pads of Server, who will hold on for a whistle just 23 seconds into the CU power play.
But yeah, Del Monte, the one thing, too many penalties he's taken this weekend. And normally he's pretty good at keeping it good after the whistle. Doesn't get too involved in extracurricular activity, but looks like a lot of penalties committed this weekend.
Some frustration possibly showing. So UNLV wins the draw on the penalty kill. 30 seconds gone on the Del Monte penalty. Alec Johnson at center sends the puck right back into the zone. 7 minutes even to go. And a big hit by Alec Johnson on McConaughey at the bench. McConaughey used the dasher support, a loose puck out in front of everyone, whacking at it. McConaughey takes a spell, everyone knifing at it still. Borgie cross-checking Fisher. The puck finally finds its way out of the zone. Some frustrated Buffaloes getting changed up with under a minute to go on the power play. Ferguson sends it in. Benedetto. His clearance step blocked by Rosalenko. He and Quinn go to the ice. That puck gets skied out of the zone. Michael Batuzov, the first man in by a mile. Matt Server rings it around the wall. Ferguson plays it up. 20 seconds to go. Here's Trunco moving on in, shooting one. Steered aside by Benedetto. Down low, Foy, Vidi's rink wide, they score! Rapolis Marcinkiewicz is second of the game, coming on the power play. The man donning the chrome cage, fronting the offense for the Buffaloes tonight.
When you're not getting a lot of offensive opportunities, you got to make use of the ones that you get. Marcinkiewicz gets 2 goals tonight, and one of them on the power play. Special teams is going to make a big factor in this game. And so far, that's the second power play goal by both teams.
And looking at the play back on our laptop, there's just a bit of a collapse in UNLV's zone pressure, Gildy. Michael Batuzov kind of floated out, tried to leave the zone early, which left Marcinkiewicz wide open in the slot, beating Vinny Benedetto 5-hole for the second time tonight.
Because Batuzov, he knows that Colorado is not very good at staying away from shorthanded goals, so he tried to jump the gun a little bit, and it bit UNLV there.
Tie hockey game once again. Stathopoulos gets sent to the ice emphatically by Farrow. This puck floats on net. And a bit of a snow shower from Blevins. He's going to get a talking to from Stathopoulos.
I was surprised it was just a talking to, because I wouldn't really allow someone after that. It looked like a pretty good snow shower that he gave Benedetto there at the end of the play. But what are your thoughts on that, Don, with snow showering the goaltender? Do you think it was intentional? Not, because you could just go away. You could go to the right. You could go to the left. You don't have to.
Usually it is intentional. It typically is. Because like you said, you could stop anywhere. You could turn away. Typically is intentional to kind of get in the goaltender's head. And I don't really blame Boulder. They've gotten Benedetto's head already. Here's Del Monte shooting from the point. Steered away by Server. Buffalo's already gotten into the head of Benedetto a bit from what it looks like. So they're going to continue trying. And pregame, Gildy, we were speaking with Grant Smith's father, Sean Smith. And we compared the likeness to the play style for the Buffaloes compared to the Florida Panthers of the NHL. Another shot from Borgie misses the net wide. When they get down or when they realize that they can get in your head physically, they're going to do whatever they can to knock you off your game. But here's Max Johnson coming the other way. Johnson, toe drag outside, dips the shoulder, driving the net, shooting one. Bad save by Server. Sealing the bottom of the net. What an effort by Matt Server. Fed out in front, Gallant fans on an opportunity. And we play on. Here's Quinn. Carollo to the half wall. Shot there, and the save made by Server, outstretched. Gonna see if he's gonna be able to get up. It looks like he's gonna be able to get up. No worse for wear. He just chucks the puck over his head to the back end boards. 4:01 to go.
Gotta give credit to both Colorado goaltenders this weekend, both Ogwen and Server. Both of them doing a really good job holding off UNLV's attack. Look at UNLV, they have 38 shots on net, only 2 goals so far tonight, and nearly 40 shots last night for UNLV. and only scored 4 goals. So really good job by the netbinders for Colorado over this weekend.
Some stellar goaltending, Gildy, all weekend from the Buffaloes. Liam O'Gwen last night, despite the 4-0 opening period, he stood tall in the final 2 frames last night. And Matt Server playing very well tonight. Here's Blevins, rink wide. Shot there blocked by Carollo. It's Penchnik. Server came way out to play that one. Now McCollum for Wyatt. Back over to McCollum. McCollum gains his zone. Gets pickpocketed there by Ferguson, who sends it up ice for an icing.
Well, looking into tonight's game, a lot different than last night. And in one category, which doesn't normally change between night 1 and night 2, because normally once you're fast or once you're slow, you can't really get faster in a day, is I think Colorado looks faster tonight on the ice than they do yesterday, because there's been a couple times, like earlier from Pearson, he's able to keep up with the Skating Rebels on speed, getting to the end wall, trying to wave off an icing. So the speed of Colorado tonight is an underrated factor to the reason why they're tied right now.
I think it's also a factor of just more confidence. When you're playing with more swagger, you're going to be more in tune to get on the pucks and play a bit harder and skate a bit harder. Now that the Buffaloes know that they can score on Benedetto not once but twice, we have a delayed penalty upcoming on the Skating Rebels. Here's Keaton Foy up the left wing, tries to feed it through, but Jackson Wyatt falling down, breaks up the play. Holding's going to be the call. It looks like it's going to be the senior Grant Smith making the trek to the sin bin. There's going to be Rob McCollum, excuse me.
This is the first time all weekend that Colorado has put UNLV on their heels. Tie game right now, and they have a power play. This is where Colorado, they can really pounce.
The Buffaloes already connected once on the power play tonight. That was Rapolis Marcinkiewicz. 2 goals for the Buffaloes tonight. The latest one coming on the power play to tie this game up. That goes off the glove of Pearson. 2-on-1 the other way. Partially fed to Gallant in tight shooting when he scores. And there it is, the Energizer Bunny penalty killing line that we've been talking about all weekend, Gildy. They're looking for that shorthanded goal, and Michael Batuzov and Bradley Gallant finally connect for it. 3-2 UNLV.
That was something that we brought up in the keys to watch for, is those Energizer Bunnies with the shorthanded goal opportunities, especially against a team like Colorado that gives up a bunch. But talk about a senior night where Batuzov passes the puck over to AJ Reach, player to watch for this weekend. Bradley Gallant to find the goal there to put UNLV up 3-2 at a moment where we all thought that Colorado had the momentum. The Energizer Bunnies brought the energy right back into the crowd for UNLV.
The Energizer Bunnies keep going and going and going. And just because it's senior night for Michael Batuzov, that's not going to stop him. And we have another penalty upcoming on the Rebels. It looks like it's going to be on Jake Berry. High sticking. As Rosalenko went to the ice in a heap. Now a big 5-on-3 chance for the Buffaloes for 1:32 with 2:05 to go in this middle frame.
Now let's remember here that if you get a shorthanded goal, doesn't mean that you get a player out of the box. That player stays in there, and committing another penalty makes it now 5-on-3 hockey. And now, even though Colorado just lost all their momentum, now they have something to look forward to with a 5v3 power play.
Deadly 5-on-3 power play unit out there. McConaughey. Pearson swings one off the pad of Benedetto. Loose puck. Everyone whacking at it. No second chance effort from Pearson. He whacked at it, but it didn't make its way on goal. One-time drive off the skate of Joey Carollo. And Gallant finds it and whacks it out of the zone. Rapolis Marcinkiewicz Back out there on the ice for the Buffaloes, looking for his third hat-trick goal of the night. Marcinkiewicz up top, looking. Ferguson at the point. McConaughey return pass Ferguson. Marcinkiewicz back up. Ferguson with a drive. Pad save. Benedetto fed out in front. There's Ferguson again in the high slide. McConaughey with a drive. Misses the net wide on the one-timer. And that rims out of the zone. 35 seconds to go in the 5-on-3 period for the Buffaloes. Here's Marcinkiewicz. A minute to go in the middle period. There's Ferguson and hops over his stick, but he keeps his own. Marcinkiewicz, Ferguson, pitch and catch. Rink wide, can't be gloved down by McConaughey, who whacks it down low. Keaton Foy, that was just out of his reach. 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-3 period. 40 seconds to go in the second period.
That would have been a really tough catch for McConaughey. That puck was going probably like 60, 70. To catch that barehanded, that would have been tough.
Here's Rosalenko, dances outside, feeds it on. Shot there from Trunko, pad save. Everyone whacking at it. Borghi whacks it through the blue paint, 25 to go. Stopped up top by Kide. Kide looking. Trunko, one-time drive into the chest of Benedetto, who holds for a whistle, pushing and shoving. Keaton Foy and Burke engage. And everyone gets separated. UNLV kills off the initial penalty. 13 seconds to go in the Jake Berry call. 18 remaining in the second period.
Really good job by Van Benedetto on that 5v3. A lot of good opportunities, not just good, but great opportunities by Boulder that he's been able to stop, not allowing too many second opportunities. Done a really good job with his vision and awareness, being able to find the puck is and freeze it throughout that 5v3 penalty.
Under 10 to go. The CU Boulder power play. Trunko plays for Rosalenko. Shot from the point, blocked out in front. Quinn clears the ice. Rosalenko with another drive. Save made. Benedetto on a redirected shot. Trunko feeds it out to the slot. No one home there. It clears the zone as the horn sounds. And Borghi and Benedetto are barking. And Borghi's still trying to yap the UNLV netminder. But through two, UNLV leads 3-2. We have a fun 20 minutes to the end here, Gildy.
Yeah, I think that the more confident team has been the team that's been scoring the last couple of goals of the game. At first it was Colorado. They were again confident. They got a couple goals. But at the back end of the period, UNLV, they got the goal. And Benedetto, like he regained his confidence in that 5v3 penalty kill, making a couple of key stops to keep UNLV up 3-2.
Will Vinny Benedetto continue to make key stops to seal the game for UNLV, or will the Buffaloes step up and break through to tie it and eventually score the game winner? Find out all of that after a quick break.
We had a chance to talk to Nick Raboni going into the locker room. He said the main thing they're going to nail home in that locker room is discipline. It says you got away from them in that period. They need to be better on their 5-on-5 play, and they need to pin the Buffaloes deep. Let's send it over to Kaylee Fossey, Rinkside.
I'm here with Jake Berry. So tonight's game's a lot closer than it was last night. What's kind of changed on the ice?
Yeah, I think when you play a team back-to-back, it's always hard to repeat a blowout win. I think we just got to stay out of the box, and we're dominating them 5-on-5. So if we stay playing 5-on-5, we keep dominating them, just got to put pucks in the back of the net.
And can you just kind of go more in detail about what needs to be executed on the ice to win?
Yeah, just being a little bit smarter with our sticks, making sure we're not catching guys, moving our feet instead of trying to use our sticks to make plays. And yeah, just getting pucks deep and kind of relying on each other, keeping it simple instead of trying to do too much.
Perfect. And then this is your senior night. It's your last home game here at City National Arena. What's the emotions like?
Yeah, it's it's a good experience. I'm excited. Just got to get the win now. That's kind of all I'm focused about right now.
Perfect. Thank you, Jake. All right, Dom, Ryan, back to you.
Thank you for that, Kayla. Thank you for that, AJ. Second period. Wraps, 40 minutes, wraps. Through 40 minutes, UNLV has the advantage of the shots department. 39-21. They have the advantage in the scoring department. 3-2. So, some keys. See you, Buffalo. Just need to keep pushing. UNLV, they just need to play this thing out and maybe sit on the lead.
Yeah, definitely sit on the lead a little bit. Colorado, a couple times tonight, has put UNLV on its heels, but UNLV's done a good job whenever they face adversity in this game to come up and then take the lead again. So let's see what Colorado.
We apologize for the technical difficulty at the top of the period. Didn't miss any action, though. We're still 3-2 in favor of UNLV. Only missed about 45 seconds of game action. Thank you all for sticking with us on this senior night. The final game of the season for the Skating Rebels, the final home game of the season as well, honoring 10 seniors who are graduating here in May. Fed rink wide, McCollum has it hop over his stick. Fed on net, poked away by Server, and now here's McConaughey trying to spring Pearson. Now there's Sathopoulos, flips it in. Server stops it up. Here's Kidde. Ferguson in his own end, a minute and a half gone in the third period. Sends up Rosalenko from McConaughey, can't dance through. Flanders who settles it down on his backhand. Through Mohawk turns, sends it in. Bouncing puck in the corner, settled down by Flanders. Can't sweep that to the middle of the ice. Fed in the middle. Flanders has it hop off his stick. Flanders' family in attendance this weekend. His father, Danny, coming out from Florida, as well as other relatives. Here's Wyatt. Tuzov. Tuzov. Jackson White. Back over to Tuzov. Picks up his loose puck. Pass is picked off by Rosalenko, who skies it out and hops over the stick of Kyle Quinn. Now here's Blevins. Blevins diving around, or trying to deke around outstretched Jackson Wyatt, who goes careening into the end boards. Wyatt's back up. Here's Luke Burke. Burke can't backhand toe drag through traffic. That gets whacked back in by Batuzov. Played down low. There's Batuzov looking from the half wall. Going for a skate. Flanders for Alec Johnson. Up top, Barry. Barry shooting one. Tipped on net to the high glass. Fed back out in front. Burke can't settle it down. It gets whacked out by Blevins. Way down 200 feet for an icing with just under 3 minutes gone. And what a jumpy start to the period here, Gildy.
Yeah, jumpy start to the period, but good situation that UNLV's in right now. They got the puck in their offensive zone, got Colorado a little bit tired because they just iced the puck. Let's see if they're able to make use of it. Because still a one-bounce game. UNLV, they like to get some breathing room in this one.
Puck is settled down by Barry. Alex Johnson can't keep the zone. But UNLV keeps possession. Grant Smith over the line. Down low, Barry. Out front, steered away by Gold. That's going to go down the length of the ice again. Arm raised on the linesman for another icing, and lots of moaning and groaning coming from the Buffalo's bench right next to us, Gildy.
Now looking over at the linesman, telling who's in, who's out.
Sorting
the
out
Colorado bench.
what Buffalo needs to be out there.
And you know that they're all going to be silent. They're going to wait for the referee to tell them who's going to come in and who's going to go out, because you know a lot of them are really tired after that previous possession.
Here comes Farrow. Benedetto stops up, comes way out of his crease to play it. And a big hit below the goal line. That's Farrow laying the lumber on Daniel Fisher. Puck kicked on by Ness, doesn't find its way on net. Ness finds the puck again, gets bumped by Ferguson. Bunting plays it up ice for Foy. Foy skies that one into the zone, settled down by McCollum. That's Jackson Wyatt. With over 4 minutes gone, starting this rush. They'll peel back. Jackson Wyatt peeling back again. With a piece of puck dragging. There's Joey Carollo. Up the wing for DiMizio. Gallant chops it further up ice, but Trunco settles it down. Puck goes off the stick of Borghi. Shot misses the net wide. DiMizio on the half wall on his own end. Feeds Jackson Wyatt. Wyatt takes the time and space and sends that puck into the zone. Matt Server stops it up. Trunco stops up and turns back. Ferguson now with the puck in his own end at his dot. Pressure by DiMizio. DiMizio ties him up. Stathopoulos comes in for support, picks the loose puck up. Stathopoulos. Now Strong. Back over to Stathopoulos. Fed back down low. No one in a red sweater there. Cole Wyatt coming in late on the forecheck. The puck gets swept up ice. Strong settles it down. Strong to the slot. Wyatt gets that one poked away on the back check. Buffalo's getting some fresh legs out there. There's Cole Wyatt. UNLV tags up on the delayed offside. Wyatt looking. Feeds to the slot. That gets directed below the goal line. Seared back down low by Stathopoulos. Wyatt from below the goal line. Now up top. Barry steers it back into the zone. Hartman loses a stick and a glove. He picks up all of his gear. He'll play on. Dipping the shoulder, driving on in. Good stop by Benedetto standing up. Bandomi. That puck sent in. Over 6 minutes gone now in the third period. Here's Luke Burke. Touches it on for Batuzov. 2-on-2. Burke, middle of the ice. Feeds it Batuzov just out of his reach behind him. Dalmonte chops that puck down. Saucer pass to Flanders on the left wing. Flanders moving on in between the wickets of Batuzov, and here's McConaughey. And Pearson, they gain the zone. Fed back to the goal mouth, wide of the net. Now the near wall. Here's Dalmonte, skies that one to the red line, settled down by Dow, who rifles it back in. Now with over 7 minutes expired in the third period. Puck gets sent into the zone. Ferguson and Smith come together. Settled down at the point by Wyatt. Swings it over to Quinn. Quinn shooting one off the glove of server. Rebound chance. Ness couldn't get a stick on it. Goes off the glove of Wyatt. Settles it down to neutral ice and scoops that one back into the zone. Fresh legs coming on for the Skating Rebels. Max Johnson tried to label Farrow with a hit in the open ice. Just missed there. So UNLV works it up the left wing. There's Max Johnson pulling up. Sends it in. The two 16s come together. And Gallant goes to work down low. Feeds it to the slot. Johnson couldn't get all of that. That's swept away by Farrow and out of the zone. Bradley Gallant broke the tie earlier on tonight. Short-handed off of an assist from senior Michael Batuzov. Bradley Gallant loses an edge and knifes it on for Max Johnson. Robinson and Johnson go to work. Alec Johnson at the point now. Alec pumps, looking from the half wall, sauces one to the corner. Jake Berry trying to get on that. He ties his man up to Mizio, finds the loose puck. Here's Gallant. Alec Johnson with a drive. Misses the net. Johnson with another shot. Blocked out in front and sent out of the zone by Farrow. And CU Boulder's going to get changed up. 9 minutes gone in the third. Knifed up by Berry. Here's Strong. Left wing for Cole Wyatt. Wyatt pulls up. Blocked in front by the skate of Gold. Dita Mizio. His pass gets picked off by Stathopoulos, who lays it off the wall for McCullum. Strong peeling back. On the right side for Cole Wyatt. Middle of the ice, Strong. Shooting one, blocked in front by Gold. Wyatt picks that one out of the air. Kicks it to himself. Loses that puck. There's Borgie under siege. Can't play it through. Gets laid out by Dalmonte at the blue line. Rob McCullum holding behind the cage. Surveying the ice as fresh troops go on for the Skating Rebels. Up ice Batuzov over the red line. Gains his own halfway through the third. His pass gets tipped away. McConaughey now gains his own. There's Ferguson on the half wall. Gets it poked away. And now here's Jackson White springing a 3-on-1. White on the right side. Batuzov looking, shooting off the glove. Rebound chance. No one can get a stick on it. Good save from Matt Server. Flanders another shot through the blue paint. Carollo scoops it on his backhand. Can't get it back into the zone. And Rosalenko tips that puck into the zone. He and Wyatt will do battle below the goal line. And Carollo softly sends that one up the wing. Now here's Flanders over the blue line. Drop pass Batuzov, shooting one, blocked in front by Cadet. Rosalenko plays it deeper in his zone, and Flanders gets body position. Batuzov up by his finesse. Can't whack that one on. Carollo corrals. One-time drive, Johnson blocked by Dow. Lots of block shots coming from the CU Boulder group in the last few minutes. Flanders gets canceled out by Cadet. Gets tripped up. Dow plays it up for Robinson, who skies that one out of the zone. Barry settles it down and sends it back in. UNLV tags up. And here's Dow once again. Now here's Fisher. Moving on in, shooting one off the shoulder of Server. Here comes Blevins, floats it in. Takes a bump from Barry. And CU Boulder player goes careening into the end wall. And we play on. There's Fisher. Over the line. Smith in the middle. Smith looking, shooting one. Blocked in front by Caleb Gold again. Caleb Gold just eating shots his last few shifts. Here's Jason Demizio. Demizio gets it knifed away. There's Robinson. Hartman, return pass. Robinson in his skates, gets tied up by Gallant. Robinson wins the puck battle, sends it up. Foy can't get it out of the zone. McCollum settles it down, skates the line. And a big hit on Foy by Dalmonte. Yeah, Wyatt for Gallant. Gallant now taking it himself. Backhand sauce for McCollum. Offsides was waved off. Now there's Robinson. 13 minutes gone in the third period of play. Still 3-2 in favor of UNLV as CU Boulder ices the puck and Gildy. It's been a minute since you've been able to talk. It's been nonstop.
Say, that I think is the longest stint between whistles I've seen here. And that's probably the longest for you
Yeah,
as a senior.
That was a senior, 2 years doing play-by-play here. That was a minute.
That was a good 6 minutes there, if I recall correctly, of no whistles. And there was a couple times it was close to going into the net and close to being frozen like that. That was in about 8 seconds. But it's just remarkable how long it withstood there.
That was Jackson Wyatt with a shot from the point, looking for his second goal of the night.
And that's hockey for you. You go 6 minutes with no whistle, and then you go 8 seconds. And then you get a whistle.
And that's life, too. Kyle Quinn. Sithopoulos, high slot. Sithopoulos gets knocked to the ice. Jackson White shooting one, directed to the protective netting. That's another one. In hockey, take a hit to make a play. Sithopoulos made a play there.
Yeah, Sithopoulos made the play, but took a hit with it, but he looks all right. He's skating right now.
Strong digging in against DiDomizio. Strong wins the draw clean. Here's Quinn playing it down low. Played up ice. Now here's DiDomizio. DiDomizio chips it off the wall, gets around Jackson Wyatt, and gets in after his own puck. Gets canceled out by Kyle Quinn. Fed out to the goal mouth. Hopping puck. Settled down. Ferguson swinging a miss at the blue line. Up top, Trunko shooting one. Goes off of a stick, fed out to the goal mouth, picked off by Jackson Wyatt, and he'll start it out with about 6 minutes to go. Cole Wyatt, rink wide, poked away by Borgie. Sithopoulos overskates the puck briefly. Cole Wyatt's there to hop on that. Now here's Ferguson. Gains the red and still skating it. Scoops it in on his backhand. He'll get changed up. There's Michael Batuzov. Looking. Burke shooting one. Blocked in front. Burke again. Can't feed it to Flanders. Flanders getting in on the forecheck, tying up Gold. Burke now behind the net. Spins it, saw tipped on by Batuzov. Save made by Server. And McConaughey chips it around Barry. Alec Johnson's there for support. Now there's Burke for Batuzov. Batuzov looking. Gets it to Burke. Flanders in tight between the legs. Feed tipped on by Batuzov. Just wide. And a big collision at the blue line. Flanders knocking down the man that was Rosalenko, as well as Matias Dalmonte, his teammate. Now there's Dalmonte. He loses the puck. He'll get back to his defensive position and switch with Jaden Ness. Here's Blevins on the right side. Ferguson can't dance through McCollum. Fisher picks up a loose puck in stride. Gets it knifed away from him. A couple of Skating Rebels players go down in the neutral zone. That was Smith and Fisher. More players falling over as we hit the 4-minute mark. Here's Smith on the right wing. Smith feeds one rink wide, doesn't get it to Fisher. Fisher plays it back down low, but it gets cut off by Kide. Blevins sends it off the shin pad of Carollo. Fresher legs coming on for the Buffaloes. Corolla overskates the puck, touches it on for Max Johnson. Johnson, rink wide, DeMizio with a drive, blocked in front by Gosnell. And Farrell gets tripped up, no call. Max Johnson for Corolla with a drive, misses the net high and wide. And Keaton Foy can't knife that through and out of the zone, but it gets touched out by Farrell. Now DeMizio. Showing the dance moves off, gets stapled to the boards. Gallant picks a loose puck out. Gallant, Max Johnson in the slot, shoots one. Another big block by Caleb Gold. What an effort. Blocking shot after shot. A big hit by DeMizio behind the goal. Here's Gallant now with 3 minutes to go. DeMizio for Alec Johnson on his backhand. Johnson cuts to the middle, sends one on, misses the net. And UNLV is going to get changed up. Here's Keaton Foy. Sends that cross corner. Fresh legs coming on now for the Buffaloes. Cole Wyatt skies that one cross corner. It kicks off the boards. Ferguson's there with Stathopoulos. Stathopoulos gets rubbed out by Kide in the corner. Wyatt can't knife that through. Borgie. His clearance is cut off by Strong, who sends it back in. Borgie gets that pass on the tape from DiDemizio. Now Trunko moving in. Trunko backhand shot, and he misses the net. Ferguson feeds it rink wide. One-time drive, another missed shot with 2 minutes to go now. Another shot from the point, tipped away. And Matt Server's creeping out to the hash marks.
Yeah, I was just about to say, with just under 2 minutes to go, watch out. I will be watching out for Server, seeing if he comes out of the crease.
Flanders, good effort on the forecheck, can't knife it through. The puck only gets as far as the red line. Server comes out to play it behind his own net. Plays it over for Goslin. Now Burke with the puck, 90 seconds to go. Pearson chips that puck away on the opposite side. He gets on that. Matt Server still creeping down. A big hit at the red line by Matias Dalmonte, and we have a penalty. And we have some pushing and shoving. Gosnell and Burke and Batuzov going at it. That's McConaughey down in a heap at the red line. And with 1:22 to go, this could change the whole complexion of the game. Or not really, actually. Gildy Goslin just got escorted to the box, and once we sort this out, it could be 4-on-4 hockey.
I feel like both teams here, terrible execution. Del Monte, you don't need to take a penalty like that at this point in the game with just under 1:30 to go. But then for Colorado, for them to have extracurricular activity after the whistle as well, to even it up on 4v4 is also just as bad. I know that it's going to be probably 5v4 when things get settled in because Colorado's probably going to pull their goaltender, but they had an opportunity to have 6v4 hockey for a little under a minute and a half to try to get a goal to tie it up, but just bad penalties by both teams here, and that's what costs team seasons. I know that both of it, like this game doesn't have too much effect into the national tournament, but going into the national tournament, you can't make penalties like this.
Definitely can't, Gildy. Just have to try and stay disciplined. Matias Dalmonte is going to be going off for interference, certainly. Watching that play back. The puck just passed the Boulder player by, getting the number on the once again. That was McConaughey who got absolutely tattooed by Dalmonte. Timeout called by the Buffaloes.
Now, this is our favorite conversation of when to pull out the goalie. Do you enter with 5 guys on the ice and pull your goalie going into it, or do you put your goalie at the crease? It looks like they're going to have Server on the bench.
And Server's going to be on the bench. 6 skaters out there for
I think it'll be
Boulder.
5 because it's 4v4 hockey, but let's see what the penalties are on.
So it's going to be a 5-minute major posted for Matias Dalmonte. So this changes the complexion of everything. A 5-minute major penalty kill for 1:22 for the Skating Rebels. They're killing off the game and killing off the season, only leading by a goal, and the Buffaloes got 6 skaters out there. Bradley Gallant dig it in. He wins the defensive zone draw clean, and it looks like there's a misconduct called. Looks like it could be on UNLV. Trying to figure out what's going on now.
I'm unsure where the misconduct could be. I didn't see anything happen, nothing uncharacteristic, but the referee must have saw something that we did not.
We're going to play on here once we figure out everything. Once again, it's going to be Pensionik and Gallant digging in out to the right of Benedetto. We're back on our way.
Looks like no penalty.
Ferguson up top for McConaughey with a drive. Misses the net wide. The puck pops up out of play.
Well, that was a weird sequence of what happened because at first we both thought that there was a penalty, but it looks like on the scoreboard that there was not a penalty. And that would have been a huge difference. Imagine 6v3 instead of 6v4. That would have been a big advantage there for Colorado.
Would have been absolutely huge. UNLV skating away lucky with that one. Gallant wins another defensive zone draw. Quinn whacks it with his backhand. Here's Borgie. Hops over the stick of Pensionik. A minute to go in the third period. Ferguson up top. Can't play it through Gallant. Gallant with a lot of pressure. Ferguson has it hop off a stick, and Bradley Gallant chips it around him. Gallant hustling to the puck. Gallant centering pass. Demizio has it hop over his stick, and now here comes Marcin Savage. Now Pearson gains his own. McConaughey loses that puck. Gallant tries to send it out of the zone. Final half minute at City National Arena. Now here's Jason Demizio over the red line. Demizio shooting off the post. He gets his own rebound, shooting, misses the net by an inch. And now here comes Pearson over the line. 2-on-1, Pearson looking, feeds it to Borgie, shooting one, he can't get it. Final 10 seconds. The play comes the other way, final 5. The puck floats harmlessly in the zone. McConaughey heaves one, and it won't go. And the UNLV Skating Rebels close out their 2023-2024 season just like they started it against GCU with a W.
Like Rolando also is celebrating at the end of that one. What a dramatic finish to the season, Dom, for all these seniors, including yourself. That must have been a fun final minute and a half of calling hockey there.
Super fun hockey. Very, very fun final 20 minutes. And that was the game I feel like we all deserve to go out on, Gildy. Very fun atmosphere, very fun night. Lots of competitive hockey all week long. I got to shout out the seniors over at Sco Buff Sports as well. I'm sure they're watching out in Boulder, Colorado, as both teams wrap up their 2023-2024 season. What a year for both programs as they all shake hands at center ice for the last time.
And we wrap up our second season broadcasting together. This is my first time ever having a full season broadcast with a team like this. This is an unbelievable experience, and I'm very happy I've been able to do it with you for the past 2 years, Dom.
Likewise, Gildy. One have picked a better broadcast partner for the last 2 seasons. Now, as for myself, future remains unknown. Won't know if I'm going to be coming back next year. Waiting to see how jobs post-graduation shake out, if I'm going to be in town, if I'm not going to be in town. But the focus isn't really as much on me as it is to the national tournament, Gildy, and the UNLV Skating Rebels have a tough task ahead of them next week.
Yeah, they have a really tough task, going to be in the national tournament in St. Louis. And every year they're in it, and they normally have a really good chance. It's just, are they going to be able to persevere through the tournament setting? Last couple years they haven't been able to get it done, but this year they have the senior group really tight-knit, have a lot of seniors, and they're going to want to bring one home.
And this whole program, hungry for a national championship. They went to the Final Four 2 years ago and lost to the University of Central Oklahoma. Taking a quick look at their schedule. They have a first-round bye, their first game next Saturday, exactly 1 week from today, playing the winner of the number 12 ranked Utah Skating Utes and the number 21 ranked Missouri State Ice Bears. They play on Thursday. If UNLV wins that game, they play the winner of number 4 ranked Jamestown and the winner of the Thursday game between Arizona and Pittsburgh. And then from that point on, they could play Maryville, Central Oklahoma, Grand Valley State, Liberty, Adrian, Minot, Ohio, all kinds of unreal teams in the ACHA. Just tall task, though. 4 games in 4 nights is going to be a rough one.
It's a very tough task, but what I like what UNLV did, they put themselves in a really tough schedule in the spring semester, so it prepares them for the national tournament. Now it's going to go all down to execution this next weekend.
And now we're going to sign off for the final time as the seniors embrace for one last game at City National Arena before they embark on to St. Louis, Missouri to try and play for a national championship. Once again, final score, the UNLV Skating Rebels taking this one on senior night over the Colorado Buffaloes by a score of 3-2. Remember to tune in next season for more UNLV Skating Rebel hockey. And one last time, on behalf of myself, Dominic Lavoie, Ryan Gilder, AJ Reed, Zoe Salas, Bo Kennedy, Eddie Gentile, Marcello Blanco, Jessica Sobel, Kyle Kimsey, and Rolando Guerrero, we say good night from Las Vegas, Nevada. Stay safe and enjoy the offseason.